You're listening to 101 with Tommie Zam. On the 25th episode, we sit down with Mike York for round 2 to talk about skateboarding and life. Let's do this. What's up, York?
Hello, Tommy. What's going down? How you doing?
Not much, dude. Just chilling in Florida right now. Just been on the road for a minute, for about a year, so kind of making my last rounds on the road and heading back to California.
Nice. That's dope. Yeah, Florida looked fun. You was out there crushing it. Skating with Markovich.
Yeah. Markovich stayed with me down there, and then I took off, let them have the house, and because they got a kid and all that stuff. So I was like, hey, you guys take over the house, and I just kind of bounced out and doing my own thing,
Yeah, that's super rad right there. The homie Airbnb.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fresh. No, that's
so.
dope.
What's going on with you, dude?
Oh man, all kinds of stuff, man. Just everything. Just I don't know. It's been awesome. I've been skateboarding. I've never not been skateboarding. I've always, enjoyed it and just love to do it, regardless if I got French benefits or a magazine or a popular skate outlet said happy birthday or something, I never really tripped on that. I just been skating and having super fun. I've been skating those curbs in the beach at the Santa Monica beach with like Roger and all those guys, and it's been super dope. It kind of got me like back into like trying harder. Not to say I didn't try hard, but I more skated to land tricks that I knew how to land versus trying tricks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so then I just like that curb started just opening up, and I started learning tricks at like 45 years old, learning like switch crook popovers and frontside crook popovers and stuff like that. So it kind of, sparked a little new light and a little fire under my ass. Like, oh shit, okay, you know what I mean? It's like I'm not going crazy or nothing, but it's fun learning these tricks, and they're like capable. I can do them and not be like destroyed or something. Like my body or something.
No, you're definitely killing it, man. I'm watching your videos like on your Insta clips, dude, and I'm just like, dude, you're fucking killing it, dude.
Yeah, I've been
especially the last trick you did, man. On was it Saturday this weekend you did? Was it was that switch or regular nose grind you did? Pop out.
Oh that was like the switch crooked grind, and then grab the nose and hop over. Or switch tail grab, whatever the fuck you might call it. If it's a switch tail slide, then I guess it's a switch tail grab, even though it's on it's my nose, right? Technically. So I don't know. We can have a big, debate on that. But yeah, that trick was fun. I mean, it's funny because like one of my homeboys, Mario, who skates the curbs, he does really good switch crooked grinds too, like like pop over and stuff. And I was telling him before I thought I could even do it, I was like, man, you should just grab the nose and hop over. And then he did a few, and I was like, man, that trick's so cool. I would like, because sometimes I got to live vicariously through other skaters. I can't. I maybe will think, oh, I don't know if I can do that. You know what I mean? And then one day I just was messing around and bailed. The switch crook was too waxy, and I like shot out almost like, and I grabbed the nose before I shot out and just jumped to my feet. And I was like, why don't I just do that? Well, I think I can do it. And then it was pretty easy after I could bend down and grab the dang thing.
Hey, that shit was styles, dude. That was steezy, man, because I saw that and I had to watch it like 6 times. I was like, dude, that's fucking fresh, dude.
It was fun. Yeah. Like, I feel like I'm at a point in my skating where I just like enjoy doing whatever. And it's new to me. Like all the stuff, like, see, a lot of people want me to do the mouse video again and this and that. And I'm like, I don't have the body for it. It's not that time. And just like my skateboarding evolved from that to being an older skater and getting into, I still incorporate certain things, but maybe I'm slapping into it. I like riding on shit. I don't like ollieing no more, really. I'm into like riding, and like I want to learn how to like slappy high ass ledges and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like instead of the ollie, it's just riding on the thing. Like that's fun as shit for me, and it's like hard.
You know what you know what you and Krager should like join up forces and just come out with a video, because both you guys are killing it on the slappy curves, dude.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be fun. Everybody's asking me like, what's up with a part and all that, but I mean, I don't know. It's really, you know what? I haven't found the right mesh of someone that's going to take what I do serious enough to want to go on film missions, like a S video or something. You feel me? Like, I
Yeah.
want to take it that serious. I would love to be able to like link with someone that's so down to take a fucking 2.5 hour drive to skate a curb because that curb is dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like fools will drive hella far to go skate that one double set or that one rail, that one thing to do that one trick, and they'll spend all fucking day on that shit, and it'll cost money, and you know what I mean? Like how people really be going out filming that hard shit. They looking for the spots, and you know, I'd love to be able to go to San Diego, skate that yellow double-sided curb into the bank, you know, with June Kate and these dudes showing me around out there, and go to all the curbs and have like a legit ass filmer with me, someone that's going to edit and have something that's going to back it. I would do that.
Hell yeah. I mean, you just
But
link
it
up with
has to,
Willie. Hey, just link up with Santos, dude. He got spots, dude.
yeah, he got spots. June Kate is OG. I would probably, you know, he's down with Willie and all them, so that's like the same camp, like, you know, and I would link with them. But I would only want to do something like that if someone is going to take it as serious as I would take it, because I'm going to have fun and I'm going to be dorking around, but the project will be taken serious. Like Robin Williams projects are serious, but he's Robin Williams. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's like that. Like Jim Carrey probably fucking around the whole time, but when it's time to do the thing, he's serious. That's what I'm on. So I can't just, I can Instagram with my phone, you know what I mean? And I'm doing that. So if someone wants to fuck with me on some serious business, like where this makes sense and we're doing something for a real project, I'll totally do it. You know what
Hey,
I mean?
so filmers, you hear that, dude? If you're serious about this, hit up York,
Yeah,
man.
exactly. And just on some like wanting to do a project and stuff, and not wanting nothing out of it except a good project. You know what I mean? It's a partnership when you're doing a video. I think, you know, a lot of people be getting, I just hear a lot of weird shit with filmers and video parts and this and that, and I didn't want that song, or I didn't want this trick, or he didn't do this, or it's always some old weird shit. So that to me is just like, yeah, you know, video part would be fun just because skateboarding's fun, and you know, getting tricks feels good. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So
No,
it's like,
it's crazy to think, like, you know, like how skateboarding of our age, you know, we're both, you know, on a 45 or whatever, our
right.
generation's now getting away from jumping down things and going big. So now we're just like, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna do some slapping of some curbs, do some couple of
I
all this.
fell off. I fell off back in the day because I chose that route way before it was cool. You know, I chose it when it was like people were saying, "What's wrong with Mike?" Like I'm always doing something crazy, you know, and people will always just assume I'm on drugs or something's wrong. But you know what I mean? Something's not right with me because I'm not going with the flow. Feel me? This
Yeah,
does. I always get that. Not and I go. I don't necessarily like the flow sometimes. Everyone's doing it. I want to do something different. I do something different. There must be something wrong with me, instead of me just wanting to do something different, you know? So when I was skating, oh, my knee was bothering me. I was getting older. My knee was bothering me to the point where I couldn't perform the tricks. I didn't even like doing the tricks that I loved. Like I couldn't nollie flip like I wanted to anymore. So I just let it go. I love you, nollie flip. Go on with the mother skaters. I'll watch it through them. I can't do you no more like that. It's like the hot girl and I can't get hard no more. Go on, girl. Get out of here. It's fun. Well, I watch the old videos. You know what I'm saying? Boom, bye. Like that. Like it was like, get it. Like it was like I lost it. Like it's done. So it was like I just kind of, instead of like being bummed on it, like, oh, I can't nollie flip like the way I want to. I mean, I can pull one out of my ass if I needed to, but it's like not, it's not satisfying to me. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to struggle on my jump shot where I used to shoot from half court kind of thing. You feel me?
yeah.
So it's like I started slapping and doing that, and I know all those tricks from the first time. Like I'm not new to this. Like this is where I learned how to skate. Like these, like how kids are learning how to nollie crook right now for the first time and all that. I'm learning slappy because that's what was in. That was street skating. That was what was hot. So I
Yeah,
learned that as a kid.
no, I agree with you. I mean, that's what I grew up too on. Just skating curbs and parking blocks and curb cuts and this and that. You know what I mean? It wasn't
Pow
about like,
videos and
yeah,
going down the neighborhood. And to me, I always like style over tricks. Like as far as like I could watch somebody do nothing versus watch the hardest fucking yickety yak and it's done disgusting in a disgusting skate park with a disgusting helmet on. You know what I mean? And,
yeah,
and I'm not hating on nobody, but that's just what I like. Just like I like to read horror books and shit like that. Like, for my entertainment, I read a lot of zombie books and stupid ones, good ones, whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, I know I could probably be reading something way more educational for myself, but you know what I'm saying? It's like we got, you know what I mean? That's what I'm into. So it's like, that's the kind of skateboarding I like. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, that's what makes dudes like Tiago, Guy Mariano, Eric Cosson, the list goes on, Kareem. That's what makes those dudes so rad because they're so fucking beautiful looking on a skateboard. The style, they can roll around and look just amazing. But then they got tricks too, power, all that shit. Hit you with something to surprise you. Those are like that to me. Those guys are like the ultimate like skaters to me. Guys like that, like a Danny fucking Way, like great.
lost you there. What'd you
Yeah.
say?
Oh, the spam tried to call me real quick and hate on me. The spam haters. No, but like, like a Colin McKay, like someone who has a fucking amazing looking style on a skateboard and also can bring the heat. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
leave you just in awe, like with the shit they doing. So those were the skaters I loved. Like a Jason Lee, dude, straight up. Jason Lee, like dope ass style and was technical as fuck back in the day. Like, you know what I mean? Like made like that's the dude who I think everyone bases their skating off of one way or another. Jason Lee. So in our era, you know what I mean, all that world industries and all that. So
yeah. I mean, Jason Lee had like the Blind Days. I mean, that was just number one video right there. You know what I mean?
and
Because it
like
was just chill. They were
everyone
just
on
bombing
Blind
hills and having fun.
and everyone on fucking Blind back then had a great style. They weren't
Hmm.
just good skateboarders. Like there's difference between a great, like anyone can learn it. You know what I mean? Anyone can learn how to make a 3-point shot, but does it look beautiful? Anyone can learn how to tray flip, but do you do it? You know what I mean? Like it's just and the thing is like that kind of skating you can incorporate into slappies. You can incorporate all that. You know what I mean? Like that's what's so cool about getting older and going going to like almost back to where you started, 360 once again. Like you start from the curves. Now I'm skating fucking handrails and shit like that. No, it just went from curbs and then evolving to skating ledges and then going to handrail stairs, whatever, and then having that thing go right back to the curbs. And it's crazy because you can incorporate your style and stuff like that and your experience in skateboarding into the curves and it's just as effective. You know what I mean? It's like I do a little switch crook pop over on the curb and I'll get people telling me, dang, coming up to me like crazy. And I mean, I enjoy it. It's fun, but I don't think it's no spectacular feat. And then people are tripping on it. So I'm like, oh, okay, they like that one. If maybe I'll do another trick and no one will say nothing, I'll go, okay, they don't like that one that much. You know what I mean? It's like telling jokes or something, man. It's like skating is like you just throw your shit up the flagpole and see who salutes it. And the reason that all this skating on the low shit and the low impact, I mean, I've always been like that, but now that my knee's messed up, I got arthritis all in my knee, and you know what I mean. I gotta have my little roller with me just to like sit down during sessions and shit like that. But it's cool, you know what I mean. And
Oh yeah, I mean you're killing it, dude. Like I mean it's just, I mean like I said, I love watching your videos. Every time you post a little Insta clip, I'm just like, oh, I gotta watch this like 6 more times, man.
thank you. Yeah, man, thank you. No, it's been fun. I've been with a good solid crew. I've been just skating with like, I don't know, the whole COVID thing fucking went crazy. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I started skating the beach, because we went through that period of you know, I kind of had to be safe for my family, so I wasn't going out doing stuff. I had things I was doing, and I had to like stop doing them because of COVID. I know that's probably, you know, a shocker.
Yeah.
I'm being sarcastic. That's a
Well,
shocker that COVID
I,
stopped my stuff.
yeah.
But it
Well,
actually
I
did.
know you. I know you did like social Instagram live for him there for a minute. I remember that.
Yeah, I was doing those. That was fun. I was just like doing a little day drinking and getting on there and just talking shit. And there was a lot of issues going on in skateboarding. So I just wanted to go on there and just say shit. I didn't really care if people recorded it or put it out. I knew I didn't have like enough. I don't have enough backing. You know, I had maybe 8 people in the thing watching. You know what I mean? It wasn't like I'm some famous dude on there. But I mean, I like saying my issues about certain shit, you know, that was going on in skateboarding, hateful shit. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
lame shit that was exposed, that all I did was said something about it. You know what I mean? If it was me, they would have said something about it. So,
Yeah.
feel me?
And I remember I was on there once, and some kid was like challenging you, saying he was at EMB or something like that, and
Oh
this
yeah,
and
yeah.
that.
No, that's I don't know who that. I don't know who the fuck that is, dude. That kid is hilarious because he'll DM me all this nice shit. Like, I respect you, OG. I'm just fucking with you. Da, da, da. You know what I mean? Like, I'll get the DM where he's hella nice saying sorry. Then he'll go on there and be trying to clown. But man, I was just roasting that kid. That was what he was loved. Like, that's what I would do. Like, people was getting on there wanting me to roast them. Like, you know what I mean? And he would get on there and I would just start just roasting the shit out of him, you know, just saying whatever. Like, I don't even know. Just like super dumb stuff, not even personal. Like, he would try to say whatever, but it's all stuff you could find online. So I can't get mad if you're like, oh, EMB, oh, chocolate, oh, Grime King or something. You know, it's like, oh, it hurts my feelings. It's like, yeah, it's public like, what secret? What are you busting me out for? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. Like, oh, you were on Spitfire. Like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what he could say. So I was just telling him how I drink his milkshake, and I would go to his house and take all his snacks. And I was kind of sunning him, just dissing him like that, like
Hey,
telling him I was gonna
that
eat his
shit,
granola bars and shit. You know?
yeah, that shit was funny, dude. I'll tell you that, man. I just enjoyed watching you just roasting people because it was just funny because people are just going on there and just saying shit, and they just want you to roast them, you know?
Yeah, and that's the thing. And it's like, and if it's like if it's cool, if it's like coming from like a lighthearted place, then I'll engage in it, you know. But if you coming at me on some real, like, you ain't, and it also has to have a bit of, it's either has to be so, you have to be so stupid that I can speak on that and I don't have to clown, I don't have to retaliate. I can just say what you said to me and kind of show you how stupid it sounded. You know what I mean? And then you feel dumb and I didn't have to really insult you, but you still getting it from me. Or,
Yeah. Nah,
or it has to be intelligent and funny as shit. If I laugh, dude, oh, it's on. If you make me laugh, it's on, dude. Like a good one. Like,
nah, it
then
was
I'm
definitely
all,
good, dude. It was definitely good.
yeah. And then that was like a little bit of day drinking wine in me too. You know, I had a little battery in my back, so it wasn't like I'm that kind of dude all the time or anything. It was just the mood of the time, and knowing that there's trolls and dickheads, and that's how it is now, you know, on the computer.
Yeah, it definitely is, man. A lot of trolls on there, man. Just kind of
Yeah.
just want to cause trouble just for the heck of it. And it's like, dude, what's the point of that? You know?
I mean, yeah, I mean, you know, there's a lot of people that just like see the holes in their, you know, see the holes in their success instead of seeing their success. And those guys just are the ones that usually upset people are don't got it too good. People that are doing okay, they usually back you up. And it doesn't mean you're rich. It doesn't mean you got everything. It just means you're secure, so you can big someone up. Like, you know, like, I don't have $1 million, but if I could help someone with a phone call or something to get my boy $1 million, I don't owe him. He don't owe me shit. I don't owe him shit. I can get him that phone call. They can do their business. Boom. Feel me? Like, I wouldn't stop that because I'm not making the million. You know what I mean? That's the attitude a lot of people have. They just like me, myself. I've been seeing a lot of racist bullshit online, and you know, it just breaks my heart, man. It's just crazy.
No, it is crazy. I mean, do you feel like COVID had like was a good impact on the whole world, or you think it was a positive impact on the whole world?
I don't think COVID is
Well,
good or
not positive. I
positive
mean
or
negative.
nothing, but I know
Positive or
what you.
negative.
Um, I feel that I feel a lot of maybe superficial dumb shit that a lot of people cared about faded a little bit. I think relationships, due to now no one can do that thing for you. Like, imagine this. You know, people were saying like 2020, like vision, like a lot of people I know don't fuck with people no more from COVID. Like, they like seen some true shit from people during that time. Like, people saying 2020 vision. And so imagine this. Imagine you're the friend that has the car that drives everyone to go skate. Now you skate too, and you can have enough in common to be hanging out with your buddy, right? This doesn't happen to me. I'm just saying hypothetically,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And you all go skate and you all drive. And now there's the COVID thing and everyone's quarantined and no one's really going out and everything's closed down, the parks, and no one's going out. This is that early time. No one's calling you fucking now because you're useless. You're the car guy that doesn't have a fucking use anymore, bro. So you ain't getting no text messages. You seen the new Spitfire ad. You ain't getting, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
You get called when it's time to go session the thing 30 minutes away, 45. Oh, let's go skate Long Beach. Call up Johnny. He gonna drive us. Feel me?
Yeah.
Well, when there ain't no Long Beach session, Johnny ain't getting to drive. So people are starting to go, well, man, this dude only likes me for that. Or people are starting to, because the COVID now cut off that social thing. So now people are real. And it's funny too, because I was reaching out to a lot of people. You know how everyone was doing their little Zooms and FaceTimes. I was FaceTiming people. And it's funny, dude. I FaceTime some people and man, they was really on some different shit. And I was like, wow, dude, this motherfucker is crazy. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, people that I was down for, I found out wasn't down for me because I didn't have nothing for them no more. Feel me?
Yeah. That sucks, dude. And
Yeah.
and
It
it's
sucks, but
sad.
it's rad. It sucks and it sucks and it's sad for that situation in the past. But then when you let go of the past, it's actually a great thing because you let go and you don't have to waste time and energy on something that ain't really going to be beneficial for you. And the benefits should just be having a friend or having a spouse or having a dog or having a relationship with somebody. You know what I mean? That's all. What you get from it should just be what that person is, who they are. Feel me? Not
Yeah.
what they can do for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I never, ever, ever. And I get people all the time. Why don't you call Stevie and get something from him? Why don't you call all your famous rich friends and get? And I'm like, because they're my friends and I love them and they don't owe me a dime. Let's make some money together. Yeah, we can do that. But I'm never gonna put my hand out like, Eric Husson, give me $40. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's why I have those guys as friends. They never like had to ask them for anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, help me, bro. Well, they would. Those guys would totally help me if I came at them on some shit where I needed help like that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
thank goodness I never had to have that help. And but I know they're good folks, and that's like, you know what I mean? It's all this skate shit, and it's like, we're old school. We don't come from the internet. We had to learn about it. That's why people be hating on Costin. You know, they be hating on Costin. Costin don't come from the internet, so they be like, oh, I don't like Eric Costin. He's a dick. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, that's like one of the coolest people. Like, but
I don't
anyway.
know why people would hate on him, man. That's just weird, you know?
Well, when you're the man, when you're the goat, people gonna hate. You're not gonna always get the congratulators, you know. He's the goat. That's P Rod favorite skater. Like, he the goat. That's the Jordan of skateboarding. And anyone wants to fucking debate on that one too, we can go there. You know what I mean? It's the Jordan of skateboarding, Eric Cosson.
Yep, it totally is. I mean, I remember watching his stuff like when I first heard of him was watching when he was on 8th Street and just doing, just cruising around and having fun. That's when I first got introduced into him, was watching the 8th Street video. And one of the 8th Street videos, I think it was the last one. I can't remember which one it was, but he had a part in it and it was dope. And that was before he got on to Plan B. That was before he got on Plan B.
101.
Or was it 101?
Yeah, 101.
Yeah, 101. You're right.
I remember because that was like Mike Carroll. I was skating with Mike Carroll a lot, and Mike was in the mix of all that. Like he knew all those dudes, So he would like kind of talk to us about it and shit. Be like, dude, this guy Eric Costin, super dope. Da, da, da. Like he'd be telling us about him, like before I even like, whatever. And then he comes to, the Bay and just fucking crushes that shit. And when he was on 101, but yeah, man, I mean, the reason he's Jordan GOAT status is because he, just like Michael Jordan, like everyone can duplicate Michael Jordan now. Everyone can pass Michael Jordan's numbers in 2020. But at the time, nobody. It was like nobody was fucking with that. Nobody was fucking with Eric for a long run. Like, just like Michael Jordan had a few rings. Yeah, Eric has a few rings. Like, if you got him through video parts.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he
never disappointed.
His video parts are like legendary, I
mean, his chomp on this part, he's joking around and doing some of the gnarliest shit. He's doing shit that I would totally film and be stoked on, like a nollie when he switch crook to switch manual off the curb. He's like dorking around at the time. Feel me? And I'm looking at this dude like, are you kidding me? This is his joke around shit. You know what I mean? Like I've skated with him and like you ask him any trick and he could do it. Any trick. Like, yo, can you do inward heel flips? He's like, yo, I haven't done one in a while. Bang, just does it. Like good. Like he's gnarly.
Yeah. And so when we're talking about, not comparing, but saying Costin's like a Jordan. Do you feel like Nige is like a LeBron James or
totally? I could see that. Yeah, that actually works perfect. Nige is totally a LeBron because it's different now. And LeBron holds it as the king in this new era. So yeah, and he's pretty up there, with having a crown and being the man like that. So I would say, yeah, he would be like a LeBron because LeBron wasn't there during that. And you know what? And then and we'll give P-Rod Kobe, right? And so P-Rod's Kobe, and so the way P-Rod in his prime and LeBron young, it was no comparison. But then as P-Rod as Nigel gets a little older and P-Rod settling back, you know what I mean, getting a little older, it's like pass the torch, and it's like totally the same thing. So yeah, okay, I like LeBron, Nigel. That's a good one.
Then who be Shaq?
Oh shit,
that's a good one right there.
I don't know, man. I don't know who would be Shaq. Who's a big ass skater? I don't know. Ron Whaley. Ron Whaley. That's the tallest skater I could think of. So fuck it. That's Shaq. Shaq Whaley. Ron O'Neal.
But yeah, that actually be funny.
And I
Shaq
don't know who
Ron Whaley, man.
And then now I can't go in anymore. Like I don't know who the damn Anthony Mason is, or you know what I mean, the coup coach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's
hey, we can't forget about Dwight Howard now.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Or Dwayne Howard. So was it Dwayne Howard? No, it was from Miami who retired last year.
Oh, I don't know.
I can't remember. I think it's Dwayne something. I can't remember. Someone's going to hate on me for not saying the right name, but whatever.
Yeah, I'm not up on that. But basketball, though, I'm up on my son crushing it with the starting five. Shout out to the starting five boys.
Hey, congratulations on the jersey, man! I saw your son got that 30 jersey, dude. York 30.
Yep. He finally made it to getting the jersey. He's rolling with the team. Still has to earn his stripes, but he's on his way. It's like he's not on the team, but he's on the tour. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you're gonna be on. Just keep skating, you'll be on. It's like that. He's doing his thing. He's ripping. He's playing real good. And I had to whoop his ass the other day too, just to let you know. That was a funny one. He was, because he's old now. He's trash talks, you know. And he was like, and I would always let him win. You know what I mean? And then he finally was like trash talking, like, Dad, man. He's like, you only won like twice against me. Boom. I said, boy, because he's starting to hit now and everything. You know, he's 12, so they starting to like put that shoulder into you and get contact and all that. And so, yeah, I had to let him know. I had to let him know. Let him know. You know what I mean? I got, you know, every dad got that 9-foot jumper, boy. Every dad got that little 8-foot, 9-foot jumper, like right from the side. Boy, I was hitting him with those. Yeah. And then he would be like, but you can't dribble. Blah, blah, blah. I crosses him up. I'm slow. I fell down twice. He made me fall twice, dude.
Hey, the basketball NBA players, go back. The NBA player I was talking about is Dwayne Wade.
Oh, Dwayne Wade. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why I said Dwight Howard.
Yeah, I didn't know. I wasn't even going there. I'm like, okay, Dwayne Wade. Yeah, okay.
So you'll be like a Dwayne Wade, man, because you got the steez, you know.
Well, he retired though.
Yeah, but you're like him, you know, like you got that style.
I guess I don't know. I don't know which one I am, but you know, I'm in there still. I'm in the NBA still, so I'm still rolling. And you know, it's like I love that shit. I've been having so much fun skating. Like I'm riding like 55 ace trucks, like big fat ones, on an 8.5 board, so they kind of stick out a little. I'm riding some big ass some 56. I want to get 60s. I'm riding 56 right now. Wait, 58s? No, 56 56 Spitfires. And my fucking board is so fun and big and is so like such a slash board. I love it, dude. I love it. And I want to get some 60s. I put some riser pads on so I can put some 60s on so I don't wheel bite.
Yeah.
But I want to get.
Do you have the sliders on there?
I don't fuck with the rails. I rip them out. I can't. And you know what? I really don't do no rail tricks. Like when I do feeble grinds, just the edge of my board scrapes. Like my whole graphic will be fine. So the rail wouldn't even do anything. You know what I mean? And I can only do a rail side hurricane so many goddamn times before I'm just completely bored of that shit.
Yeah.
Like a switch crooks ain't boring to me because it's like, I don't know. It just has more to it. Maybe some people like that. And I don't hate on that trick. I love that shit. Curb dance all day. I'm with it. But I mean, for me personally, I'm like, I don't really rail slide. Like I'd rather no slide or tail slide.
Yeah, you know? Yeah. I don't do rails at all, man. I just don't put them on my board. I like the raw wood just sliding on it, you know.
Mm-hmm. But they're fun. Like I mean, doing a rail slide with rails is fun. But it's just like I don't want to do 1,000 rail slides. Like I'd rather do 1,000 fucking front crook popovers and just keep doing it. Like that's how I skate. I'm probably super boring to watch skate. Like I do the same tricks over and over and over. It's like my drugs. It's like my addiction. It's like a switch crook popover. Like I'll be fucking scratching my neck for that shit. Like, oh man, I gotta go get one of those. You feel me? I gotta go get one of those. I'll be hungry for that shit. And that shit feels good. It's like, I can't order that on eBay. I can't, no one can give me that shit. I gotta be able to just do that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like such a beautiful thing to have something so sacred like that. You know, as much as it's goofy and fun and everything, it means so much to me, you know, and I'm so blessed to be able to still be able to skate, you know?
I mean, you definitely are. I mean, because honestly, like you had done so much for skateboarding. I mean, you are up there with everybody else. You know what I mean, with Costin and Sheffy and so on, so on, so on. You know what I mean? Because you have done so much for skateboarding. You know, even
I appreciate you.
From always back from E&B days to chocolate to whatever, you know, turf, this and this and this, whatever you're doing.
Appreciate
you've done so much for skateboarding, and you know, and people either appreciate it or they don't, you know, or don't understand you know?
Yeah. And that's okay, you know? And it's like, this thing is, you know, people think that because they see you in the spotlight of in skateboard situations that that's who you are at all times. You know what I mean? Like, I don't believe Dustin Dolan is just drinking every minute of his life and fucking being crazy. I believe Dustin Dolan wakes up, has coffee, uh, you know, looks at the news and Instagram and has some breakfast or something. You know, I don't believe that everyone is just why. I don't believe Richie Jackson wakes up and puts on his fucking get up just to, you know what I'm saying? Go to the DMV or something. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like it's like, you know, some people, you know, Chad Muska, like Muska will turn it on when when it's time for Chad Muska to be there. Like, that's just kind of how it is with a lot of people. You know what I mean? And so a lot of people only see one light of someone, so they'll just assume, oh, he crazy all the time. You know what I mean? Oh,
Yeah.
Mike is just hyped up and crazy all the time. Like, and it's like, no, I know how to be. I'm excited. I'm hyped up. I can do that there. I'm not doing that at the PTA meeting. You know what I mean? Or whatever, or at taking my son to basketball in the morning. You know what I mean? Driving to Bakersfield and taking him to basketball and doing his tournaments and shit, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, people get the wrong thing, but it's also people that don't know that person personally, you know.
Hmm.
It's like, you know, so the hell with people and what they think at the end of the day, good or bad. You should just know if you're not doing nothing to hurt nobody, then keep it moving, you know. And I appreciate now more than ever the term when people say, I mean, legend is weird, but when people appreciate what I've done for skateboarding, and it's because I love skateboarding, and I and my love for skateboarding and me wanting to be in skateboarding, I looked at all the things that I saw made like made those quote unquote legends, or just those memorable
Hmm.
guys that I remember, like a Shannon May. Like, I'll follow him on Instagram and I could watch him just push around. Like people say about Gino, I think Shannon May, I could do that. And it's amazing. And it's like what he's given to me, you know, the like a Dwayne Petrie, someone
Yeah.
like that, who maybe people are like, who? But if you know, you know, and that dude is in you. If you skated and was watching Dwayne Petrie's parts, you went out and tried to blow your cheeks up and do 1 foots before Matt Hensley. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you was already on that. Like, I was already looking at it like, oh shit, these people that are doing these, I didn't know why they were impacting me, but I just gravitated toward that. So I always push my skateboarding to be like that. So sometimes I didn't want to take the super duper famous route, you know, or do things that people say, oh, if I was you, I would do this. You have this leverage, Mike. Why don't you do these moves? And I
Hmm.
was like, I just wouldn't feel comfortable. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I want to be bling bling like the next guy, but I'd probably wear a little ass chain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the dude would have a big chain, like we did a chocolate video a long time ago, and they pulled up in a limo, and I drove. I said, I'll meet you there, and I just drove myself. I didn't want to get out of the limo. I didn't feel like that. Do you know what I mean? It was embarrassing, kind of like weird for me. Like,
Yeah.
but I loved watching like everyone else get out of it. Like, I wasn't feeling like I was discluded. It just wasn't my steez, but I didn't mind. I could stand proud at the video though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could stand proud next to everyone after the video was shown because that was my work. But like getting that, I don't feel like, you know, it just that kind of shit. So I always just kept it skateboarding, kept it doing what I do. You know, maybe some people always got, you know, anyone could be nitpicked. So it's fine. It's like I said, like I like skaters for all kinds of different reasons. It's not because you have the fastest or the longest or the highest. I don't care about all that. The most paid, you have the biggest shoe, you're most popular. You know, that stuff is a whole avenue that these dudes do great. If you're not concerned with that avenue, then you didn't really take these L's. You just didn't go down those avenues. A
Yeah.
lot of these guys that make a lot of money, I guarantee, have a fucking sports agent or somebody doing some talking for them, somebody negotiating their deals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm serious.
No, I don't get the sport agent thing, man. That's just that to me. That's just like, I don't know, man. That's just weird.
If I was one of them dudes doing them contests, I'd be with the sports agent.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up. Because that dude gonna get you big deals and people eyes are on those things. Now, if you're not in if I got a sports agent, who the fuck's fucking with me? What sport do they're not gonna say, this dude, what is he doing? He don't rank nowhere, he ain't got no number. You know, you need a number, you need a thing. Feel me? Number, you need a number. You need a number with you. Like, he don't have a number one podcast, he don't have a number one selling board, he don't have a number, you know what I'm saying? So it's like the underground shit and then that shit. And there's nothing wrong with either of them. But people have to understand that some people don't go down that avenue. A lot of people want to go down that avenue and have no idea what they're doing. So they're doing it. They're trying to get a sports agent, don't know that they need one. They want that deal. They want like a Mountain fucking Dew deal. And they're doing it underground. And they're never, it's, you know what I mean? Knife to a gunfight. Like, you're not going to get what you want. Like, you need to get in there. It's just, you got to start. It's like corporate a little bit. It's business, man. That's what separates professional skateboarders from really good skateboarders.
Yeah. Do you think that kind of helps skateboarding, or you think kind of hurts skateboarding?
I believe it helps skateboarding, because the bigger you can get skateboarding, the more eyes on it. There it is. Sometimes, just like in politics, people got to do something fucked up in order to do the right thing later. They got to be lame to get in, then they can flip it from the inside. Feel me? So sometimes you got to look at it like that. So I'm looking at it as, these outlets might not be like core skating, but a lot of us don't support that outlet, but yet we do. And if it's going to push skateboarding and make it bigger, and everyone's going to be skateboarding. When skateboarding gets into the Olympics, everyone's pissed off. Once skateboarding's in the Olympics, the world's going to look at a skateboarder as an athlete. The world's not going to look at a skateboarder as some fucking degenerate shitbag. They're going to start putting a nice light on a skater, you know, and be like, damn, that dude could win a gold medal. That could be a gold medalist right there, skating that damn parking lot. You know what I mean? It's going to make more people interested in skateboarding. I mean, there could be people that say, fuck, dude, I want to be in the Olympics. You know, how many people how many people in the gymnasium and want to be in the Olympics? What are they there for? Michael Phelps swimming his ass off. Feel me? Yeah. That's his passion, you know? And it's like, that's great. That's going to be like more boards sold, more wheels sold, more skate shops opening up, more people being interested in skateboarding, you know, more opportunities for skateboarders, you know? And it's like, it's cool to be a street skater, and I understand all the rules and regulations everyone has, but at the same time, these silly ass rules are just more like stopping the evolution of skateboarding versus making it grow. Like, I ain't mad at no YouTube dude. Everyone mad at the Revive guys and mad at all these dudes. I think that's rad. They found a lane and rocked it, dude. Like, what's wrong with that? If they ain't taking no money out of no one's pocket, they ain't stealing no one's stuff. They didn't, you know what I mean? It might not be this cool persona from this, you know, because that's what people think. Like, oh, you have to be this way in order for it to be cool or whatever, you know? It's like, you know, people can have whatever opinion they want, you know, and can change their opinion, you know, and change your mind. You have all the right to change your mind. You could totally be a vegan and say, man, fuck it, I'm eating a cheeseburger, bacon cheeseburger. What, I'm gonna be mad at you? That's your life. And that's why I think it's so funny that skaters take so much bullshit serious, and that's why skating doesn't grow like it does, like it should, you know?
Yeah, no, definitely agree, man. And it's totally true. I mean, people rely, you know, I don't know. I think it's social media that, to my opinion, kind of, you know, change skateboarding, because people look at social media more than actually go out and know somebody or get to know somebody, they just look at first thing they look at on social media is how you're skating or how you act or what you're doing and stuff.
Totally.
And judge you that, you know?
It's super, you know, I learned that lesson the hard way with MySpace back in the day, because
MySpace.
I never took, and to this day, I just maybe recently this year, maybe a little bit maybe few months now, I've been taking the internet more seriously, like down to like everything. Where I did it was super carefree. I didn't know it was so seriously taken. You know what I mean? Like I was just like an old dude. So I'm like, whatever. I'll throw a little dumbass emoji on there. I'll throw this on there, that I don't know none of this shit. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Comments and bullshit. You learning how to like, so I'm uploading photos. I'm uploading like pictures of me at the club drinking with all my friends. I'm not putting no skating up because that's what I do in the daytime. I'm like filming parts. So why would I put it wasn't like people did that. So I'm uploading, hell, I just party, me and Daniel drinking this and that. So after a while, people just from that assumed all I did was partied and drank, because those were the only photos I put up. But I'm thinking like, this is my first time getting on some sort of social media thing. I never did none of this before. Robbie McKinley's helping me upload pictures and get on it. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm just putting up pictures of me drinking with my friends, having a beer in my hand. This was before Baker.
Yeah.
See, right now it would be cool. Right now I'd be so cool. But back then it was like, oh my God, Mike, you have a problem. Like, what do you mean? Like, you were at the same bar. Who do you think shot the photo? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean? I'm not like, what are you talking about? So I learned from that, like, oh, okay, I got to stop doing it. And then I get in trouble too, because sometimes I don't want to post maybe like my family or something. And then some of my family will say, hey, man, you know, and I was my bad, you know, so it's all around, you know, it's weird for me, but it's kind of like, I just put out skating, promote my shit, things I'm stoked on. That's it. And I like to have a lot of things that I'm stoked on not be shared with everyone. I like sharing those moments just myself, you know, like, so like I like keep my phone in the car, in my backpack or somewhere where I don't have it when I'm out skating. I don't, unless I have to get on it, you know what I mean, during a time or something. Other than that, I love not being like, not having it and just cruising and skating, just out and about. You know,
it's great not to have your phone on you, man, because it's like you're off the grid. You feel like you're off the grid. You're doing your own thing. You know, nobody can contact you. You're off in your free land. You know.
Yeah, and it's like funny too, because I'll have people, it's like, say I'll go like a few days where I don't post nothing. I'm just not doing it. I'll have people DM me like, "You okay? Everything good?" And
Are you
I'm like,
serious?
yeah, and I'll be like, "Yeah, why? No, I just ain't seen you nothing on your story in a couple days, so." You know, and I'm like, oh no, thank you for the concern, but no, I'm good. I'm just, you know, nothing story worthy, you know, another grilled cheese. You should take it, like, fuck am I gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not here to entertain, even though I am, you know, that's what it is. So if people tap in, they check it out for the entertainment of whatever it is that they're looking at, you know.
Hey, what I like watching is, yes, you're skating, but you're cooking, dude. That's what I'm more stoked on, is you're cooking. Because you make some bomb ass food, man. Like you should have your own. You should have like York recipe or something. You know, your own real recipe book.
Okay. Well, we'll just put it like this. Stay tuned. We'll put it like this. Stay tuned.
Or your own food truck, man. That'd be badass, dude.
Hey,
Your own like
just
skate food truck, man.
stay tuned. Stay tuned in on that one, man. Just put a pin in that.
All right, I'll put a
We'll
pin on
talk
that,
about,
dude.
yeah, because there's some stuff in the works on that one. You know what I mean?
Because
So
your cooking's amazing, dude. Like, did you grow up cooking, or did you like your mom taught you out, your family taught you cooking, or I mean, like,
nah, man. I'm gonna tell you. See, people don't know. People don't really know me. I don't really share a lot of my shit. I fuck people head up. They don't know I can do all kind of shit, and I don't. So basically, being a stay-at-home dad with my son, and my wife's going to work, and I just was at home a lot, and then I couldn't go skating like I wanted to with the baby. It was like little baby. So, and I'm always been into art. And before I had the kids, I was doing these mosaics and shit, who were super dangerous because I would like break up all these tiles, have to wear like gloves and have this epoxy shit and mask on pretty much. And so I couldn't do that anymore with having little kids, and it's little ass pieces, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
Yeah.
I had to put that project up. I was making decks. I would have a deck, and I would do these mosaics. I could send you some photos of them.
Okay.
I think they're in my storage or something, but they're tight. I did a bunch of skateboard art, but anyway, But shit. Hold on, real quick.
All right.
I'm just looking at this. I'm in my car right now, so I'm just like peeping this dude real fast. All right, fuck it. I thought this fucking dude was gonna take a piss right in front of my car, like you know what I mean, like thinking I'm not in here and just pee in front of me.
Pee on your tire.
Yeah, like I'm in the car, then I wait till he's done and open the door and shit. But no, sorry about that. Sure. I just wanted to make sure, dude. That would have been fucking weird, man. I couldn't ignore that. So, all right, yeah. But so anyway, I was hella into art and hella into skating and all my stuff. So, and then cooking shows was on. That was when it was hot. Like everyone, oh, the Top Chef and this show and that show, and it was just hella cooking shows. So I'd be watching all that shit, making the chefs look all dope. Going, man, I can scramble eggs. I know how to do that shit. So like, I started just slowly like going online. And watch chefs make food, watch different chefs make food, and just kind of like duplicate, recipes, get it down, add my thing to it, start figuring out stuff, and just slowly, like, like anything, like just go there. I already could kind of cook. I had my dishes. Like, I think everyone has like 2 or 3 somethings they can do. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You got something. So I had those. So I was already familiar with stuff like that. I bake cookies, chocolate chip cookies. And I learned that just because that was my favorite stoner snack, like a chocolate chip cookie. So I was like, man, I'm gonna learn how to make my favorite ones. So when I finally got it right, it was like boom. And it's more brown sugar. It's like 60% brown sugar and 40% white instead of 50-50. I put more brown sugar, and that makes them like, gives them that, like, I don't know, a little bit, the kind I like. So I banged them shits out. So I already was familiar with it. So I started learning how to do it. And, I started enjoying cutting up the celery and cutting up this and chopping that and having this going and multitasking, because I already was multitasking from being a dad. With the kid, like, you got to do this, and change him and hold him and do this and boop a doop doop. So, you turn into like the multitasker, dude. So now doing prepping all that stuff doesn't look like a big job. It looks fun. And nobody was allowed in my kitchen when I was working. So if the kids was, as they got older and the kid, Dad, yep, get out of here. I'm in here cooking. So they had to leave me alone. It's the only time I could like tell them to leave me alone if I was cooking, because of sharp knives, hot stuff. Feel me? And I'm just,
Yeah.
they know, but at the same time, it's funny. I could just be like, up, I'm cooking. And I'll just walk right out. Like, dang, I gotta ask him something. Like, you ask me later. You feel me? So, and I just been doing it for like maybe 10 years now, baby, something like that. 9 years, just
Mhm.
learning how to, like, see, like, oh, how do you make a meatloaf? Like, go online and be like, all right, I'm gonna make a fucking turkey cheeseburger, bacon cheeseburger meatloaf. Fuck that. I'm gonna do turkey meat. I'm gonna cut up bacon. I'm gonna throw bacon in there. I'm gonna put cheese in it, and then I'm gonna make the meatloaf. Everything else, season it, throw it in there. Boom. Then it's like, kids will eat that shit. I'll eat it. There it is. You know, learn how to make all the shit you like to eat. You know,
Yeah.
and
Dude,
then
but
that.
it's awesome. I mean, I'm visualing you when you're telling this story. I'm actually trying to visual you in there cooking with the kid and this and that.
Yeah, totally. That's how it would be. And now I got the kids helping me. Now they can cook, and like, I'll prep and I'll let them throw the stuff in there. And like, my daughter was helping me do I do this deep fried tofu with this like spicy sauce.
Hmm.
It's like a Korean dish, and it's like, I always like wanted to do tofu and stuff. So we made it. She's helping me dip it in the flour or the cornstarch stuff. I'm just throwing it in, and yeah, it's dope.
Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome, man. Like you're getting your kids involved in other cooking and stuff, and
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Because my son sees me cooking, and like like, you know, because I would ask him when he was younger, like, yeah, you want to cook some stuff, and he's like, nah, and then now he sees me, he's 12, he's looking like, yo, dad, let me help you do that or this, and you know, because I want him to learn how to cook too. So if I could teach him just like the basics and what to do, there it is. I mean, mainly you could just, it's just experience learning how to follow a recipe. You can make anything. Like I
Yeah,
made the last thing I made was homemade pot stickers. Them shits was fire. I was so impressed. I never talk about how dope I was, but that time, boy, oh boy, man, I was gonna get myself a trophy, dude, present it to myself. That thing was, I was like, bro, not bad for a fucking Jewish guy. I fucking crushed that shit. I was like, holy shit, I'd buy these motherfuckers, dude. I could, you know what I mean? I like, it was crazy, and everyone ate them and was like, holy shit. Like when I presented them, they was like, "What, you warmed up some pot stickers?" I was like, "Nah, I made these from scratch, except for I didn't make the folder thing, the wraps.
yeah, yeah,
I got the skin already made, but that's just basically flour and water, and me just
yeah.
rolling it out, flour and water, and just getting it all. You know what I mean?
Hey, but
Getting
hey,
it all flat.
do you make some good knishes?
Nah, I don't never made a knish in my life.
Oh,
I
dude.
make all kinds of fucking random shit, dude. I make all kinds of random shit, like pot stickers, and then all kinds of stuff. Stuff I can make that fancy shit, like a stuffed fucking, you know, gorgonzola, you know, chicken breast wrapped in bacon. You know what I mean? That
Dude, you're
type
making me
shit.
hungry right now, dude.
Yeah, I got all that shit. You know what I mean? You
But
know,
your cooking's amazing, dude. Like
appreciate
honestly,
it.
like other than your skateboarding is amazing. What you know, but your cooking, oh my god, dude! I just like watching your little videos on stories. And I'm just like, dude, this guy is
Yeah,
amazing at cooking, dude. Like you have such cooking. Cooking to me is like art. You know,
thank you.
it's like skateboarding and art. You know, and you
It's
have all that together. You know.
That's how I cook, and that's how I look at it. And art takes time, and you appreciate art that looks like it took a long time. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? Like you go to like a museum and you see a splash of paint, you're like, that's cool. It took that dude 2 seconds to make it, but I appreciate it. You go over to
Yeah.
something that looked like it took this fool, it got to take him like 10, 15 days just to paint this shit. You know what I mean? Looking at this shit like, oh my God. Like it just builds the level of work, you know, makes it, you appreciate it more. And so
Yeah.
yeah, I it's just me being at home, being constructive. That's my shit. I just always, that's my end all be all with mostly everything of my logic in life, is if it's not constructive at the end of the day, I don't know what I'm doing. Why am I involved in it? If I have nothing, if you and me are going to argue over what color is better, blue or red or green or purple, whatever, and there's no constructive ending, I won't get in that conversation with you. We're just going to have to just nip that right in the bud and agree to
Hmm.
disagree. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
for me at home, it's like, fuck, dude. I can just turn into like a fucking alcoholic and just sit and watch TV. But there ain't nothing constructive at the end of that. It's destructive. So I gotta live, you know, fuck, man. Now I can be making food to have wine with, and having and learning how to make food is something for, that's a skill you're gonna have forever.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy cooking for people. I really enjoy, I feel really good when someone looks at me and says, man, this is delicious. Like, wow, like, because I know how good food is. That's why we have our favorite places we eat and our favorite things. So if someone could say that to me, man, this is really good. Oh, heck yeah. Or like, you know, with the family, like they always ask me to make the Brussels sprouts and bacon. They're like, bro, you crushed that, like any family thing. They're like, make that, Mike, bring it. Like, you feel me? And it's like, okay, I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a good feeling, you know? And just like with this skateboarding, like I'm at a level in my life where I think it's awesome that people like how you're saying and appreciate what I'm doing. I think that's awesome. I'm like, man, I know, like I said, I know how like a Dwayne Petrie or somebody like that could impact your life, a Jason Lee, somebody that, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, whoa, you know, so it's like there's so many elements and it's like I'm stoked that I'm able to give that, you know. I used to think people was bullshitting me when they would tell me that.
Really?
You know, yeah, because I don't know, I'm me here, you know. So and there was a lot of times where I felt like when I'd be around certain people, they would treat me with like a you know, a weird feeling. So I'd kind of be like, okay, I'm not really welcome here anymore. You
Mm.
know, I'm not like, oh, I guess this is for the sponsored shoe gig guys. Like I don't have none of that. Like I better not welcome. You know what I mean? Or I'm not like looked at like that. So I just kind of and for me, it's like, hey, I'm going where the vibes are right. You know,
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna force no negative vibes to like me. It won't ever work.
Nah, you inspire a lot of people, man. Even from our age to younger. I mean, I hear it. I see. You know, I go and read people's comments and stuff like that, and on
That's what
everything.
keeps
You
me
know, just
moving,
because I want to see what people's response on things. You know, and like,
dude.
and
That's
then
what keeps
when
me
I
moving,
look at
my
your
man.
clips and videos, and I see kids like or older cats and stuff like that. You know, like thank you, you inspired me, and thanks for what you're doing, and
That's what I'm
you're.
saying.
It's awesome. You know.
Yeah, it took me a while to accept it. Like I accepted it kind of like behind closed doors. Like I would like, you know, talk to like with my wife or somebody and be like, man, I was like, see, this is why I do this shit, man. I was like, if I can inspire somebody, like I love being inspired. People that inspire me, I hold them at a high place. You know what I mean? I have a lot
Mhm.
of respect for these people. So so for me to inspire people is like, whoa, that's cool that I'm able to do that for somebody because I get inspired and I love it, you know. So it's like an awesome feeling, dude. Might not pay the bills, but it's morally makes me feel amazing. You feel me? I feel like a billionaire. I might not be one, but I feel like one when I'm able to touch people like that. It's like fuck, you know. Doesn't mean I don't, you know, it's not on no big head shit either. It's on some like I have to accept it. Like I can only go off of how people, you know what I mean? Like you don't know if you're funny unless everyone's laughing at your shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Look at Robin Williams. You know, let's go back to Robin Williams. I mean, he was entertained. You know, he was nervous. You know, he felt the same way as you and me and a bunch of other people. You know, like,
Yeah,
but also too, he knew how to switch it on and make people laugh. You know, he took and his shyness and turned it around. Not shyness, but
totally.
his his thing and turn it on. You know.
Exactly. So it's like, you know, with the skate shit, like one thing in skateboarding, I think that I've just been just my dad put in me, and it just was something that I just brought to skateboarding and always had to like remind myself and check myself was, you know, fuck what anybody's thinking. Like, no matter how much like of a level they are, or whatever, if they ain't fucking with you, like, you know, don't do what you're doing. Like, don't worry about nobody, good, bad, or ugly. You get basically you finish the race, then you talk to the people that say good job or terrible job. But after you're done, feel me?
Yeah.
When you're
Yeah.
done, don't worry about what nobody's saying while you're going there or before you go there because they're gonna probably all be shitting on you. So I always had that kind of a mentality where I knew if I liked what I was doing, nobody could tell me anything. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like you can make fun of it, but that don't mean I'm gonna stop doing it. I mean, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna
Yep.
keep doing whatever, you know. So having that mentality, I always, you know, skating with people, I'll see people get intimidated. Oh my God, there's so and so. I'm not as good as him. I'm intimidated to skate. And I'm like, man, that's a little kid trait. I'm too old for that. I'm a grown up, dude. I'm a dad. I have to tell my son to go on. Come on, man. He's 12. Go. You're good. Get on the court. You know, that type shit. It's like, come on, man. So I always been lucky enough to just be secure with my own skating and my own self, period. Like, you know, to the point where it didn't bother me that, whatever, all the popularity contests and shit, or like I said, when people are telling me I should use my leverage for certain things, it's like, nah, man, you know, it's not like the reason that you out here riding and fucking shit up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I
And
know what
it's
you mean.
like, and it's like also I chose to be a father 100% versus choosing to stay in the industry and find out who the team manager over there is and the guy to talk to, and you know what I'm saying? I kind of got out of skating. Like the last team manager I can remember fucking with would be, besides like Sam Smythe shit, like I can't even remember.
Yeah, I know what you mean, man. It's you're doing it, man. Like it's crazy to think, like
Yeah, like the thing is I kind of looked at it like every other skater, like, oh, yeah, I don't have all the things other people. I don't have the pro shoe. I don't have the backing, la la la. And I never, and I'm not bitter. Like I'm not mad about nothing because I chose the directions. Like I said, I chose to be a dad. I chose to do what I wanted to do, and enjoy my life. I chose to be a father, and do that 100%. And I knew I could always, I said, if this skate shit is meant for me, then I could go be a dad and come back and still fucking be in it, And it's like I'm getting more love now than ever, you know?
yeah. And
Like,
and, and, and you're doing great. I mean, like what you're doing
like
and
I'm on
showing
the
your kids
fucking,
the right way, not the
I,
right way, but you're teaching the kids the right way, and they're look happy as hell, dude.
they're crushing it. My kids got manners. We don't have a lot of material things that we could have. It doesn't mean it's just our focus is on different stuff. You know what I mean? Like a lot,
Yeah.
like I was gonna say, like, you know, um, I'm probably got more sponsors now than I did when I wanted them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I already gave that up. I was already like, bro, I'm just down to skate. I ride for Ace Trucks. I have an Ace truck tattooed on my hand. I love Ace Trucks. And there was the time during COVID they didn't have trucks. I bought some trucks from skate shop in Chicago, Uprise, because they had
Uh-huh.
the black ones I wanted, and I ordered them from Uprise. And they were like, "What the?" They sent me free shirts. They were like, "Dude, York, you just bought trucks from us. Here's an Uprise shirt." I said, "Word." I said,
That's
"Thanks."
awesome, dude.
Isn't that dope?
That's fucking dope, dude.
Yeah, big deal. I get how many fucking Ace trucks have these dudes given me? Like for me to support and pay back. And guess what? It wasn't because I felt like, oh, dude, I'm so cool. I shouldn't have to buy trucks. No, I wanted fucking trucks. So I'm gonna do what I need to do to get my trucks. And I don't care
Hmm.
about how cool I am or who gives me stuff. That's fucking French benefits of this game. But if I wanted to get those trucks and go skate, I'm ordering those fucking trucks and they're coming, and that's what I did. And it was like, that's what you do, man. That's what you fucking do. Like I just found out with Adidas that I'm on the Legends team. That's what Carl Watson told me, that I'm on the Legends team of Adidas. That shit blew my head, man. I
Are you
didn't even,
serious?
that's
Fucking
what he told me.
congratulations, dude.
Tell me about it. That's what he told me. That's what Carl told me. So I don't know. I think it's amazing and it's really cool. So it made me just more stoked to know that for the past 2 years that I guess have been on it, because I've been getting shoes from Carl for a while. I thought it was just a homie flow. I
Uh-huh.
didn't know it was because there was higher ups or some sort of agreement with my name to it over there. That now made me really stoked because I was I let it go. I was having so much fun and just doing my thing, and they totally were supporting me the whole time without me knowing it. I thought I was just getting shoes from the homie,
Yeah.
and I
Got the
was
homie flow.
because my boxes were fucking huge. I was like, God damn! Like I've gotten flowed Vans before, and it's been like two pair. Or I've gotten flowed like this shoe. It's like one pair, two pair. And then I get an Adidas box, and it's a fucking crate. And I'm like, holy fucking! I'm like,
They got the semi truck coming to your house, right?
yeah, I need a hammer to open that motherfucker. I'm like, God damn, you can fucking box cutter. I need a goddamn hammer and a chisel in this motherfucker. So, you know, I'm like, damn, thank you. You know, holy shit. He like, how come you ain't ordered shoes? You know, how come you ain't ordered shoes in a while? And I'm like, I still got a whole box of shoes, and, you know, a whole closet full of. He's like, well, I'm gonna send you more, you know. So they're beautiful over there, and they support, and they're all my friends over there. You know, everyone, you know, like Scott Johnston's over there, and Paul Shire, and all these rad dudes from my era of skating. You know, and Carl, of course, and Skin Phillips, all these dudes, man. So that kind of put a fire under my ass and made me stoked. It made me go. It made me say, look, I appreciate being appreciated. Doesn't mean I need it. And like I said, I had to literally let everything go in order to get it. Like I was never bitter. When I used to talk shit, it would just be because something bad happened to me, but I would never talk shit I would never be bitter. I would just say, no, this happened. You know what I'm saying? And this is my side of the story. And it's like, that's why when people to this day want to know about Girl and Chocolate, I'm like, there was no drama. Y'all want it to be. It was like, old dude, he's done. Bye. Like that was what people was doing at the time. We weren't.
Well, and also too, people want no dirt. They want people that ask you that question or ask other people the questions.
They want to hear me. Oh, I hate everyone and all this stuff happened. It was like, nope. It was just, I don't know if you going back in that time, I wasn't the only skater to get let go because I was getting older and wasn't selling boards. Like that's like we could say, well, I could be crying all day about it. Maybe the surprise attack was weird, but that was probably the only thing that was weird. And then it's like, of course, it was a surprise to me because how can you say something so harsh to one of your friends? So I understand how hard that was for those guys too, to have to do that, you know? So to me, it's like, I'm not mad at nothing. I'm cool with all them dudes. Like whether they're cool with me, that's on them. But my arms are open for every and all, you know, I ain't mad at nobody. I think everyone's awesome.
Yeah. And also too, at the end of the day, you guys are family. You know what I mean? Like you guys are family.
You know what? You know what they did for me? Like we wouldn't be talking. We wouldn't even be having this conversation because you wouldn't know who I am. I would have been on, you know, experience and just that would have went under and I would have been on, you know, nothing. Would I even have wanted to skate that hard? Do you know what I mean? Would I even wanted to put that much work in?
You would have been an NBA star, dude.
Who knows what I would have been doing, but I wouldn't have been skating if it wasn't. I wouldn't have been. I don't think I would have been taking skating that serious anymore because there was a time we're filming the Mouse video where I had a talk with Rick Howard because I remember Ben was like, I was kicking it with Ben heavy, and Ben was like, man, I'm thinking of starting to do this mechanic shit and all that. And he was like already talking about getting out of skating and starting a life. Feel me? And so I'd be kicking it with Ben, like listening to him talk, like, yeah, that sounds about right. You know what I mean? So I'm asking Rick, like, yo, if you ain't really gonna mess with me on no pro tip, I'm about to go to school and figure this out. And he was like, nah, we got you. You're next. And don't, you know, keep rolling. I said, oh, okay. And that's how I was gonna do it. You know what I mean? So Rick hooked all that up. Rick hooked it up. Rick Howard, Mike Carroll, Megan, all of them, you know. And I was young and impressionable at the time, and all of us were, I think. And so, you know, we did our thing. I think we did it. We had fun and did some good shit in skating. You know what I mean? People used to try to make their videos look like ours, and that shit used to feel good, man.
Nobody can compare to a Mouse or any Girl Chocolate video. You know what I mean? Because
the Mouse video,
way in advance. You know,
the Mouse video is so fresh because it was so like everyone was just motivated at the same time. Everyone, like I remember, I was like, bro, I'm about to film. Like I remember being that's all I wanted to do. I didn't give a fuck about girls. I didn't give a fuck about the party. Yeah, I used to get clowned. Oh, you know, pussy getting motherfucker. Them dudes used to clown me. So I got 2 minutes of footage though. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 minutes of footage though. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? Holla, I don't think I'm sitting back now. Now that's what I mean. Was I going down that avenue? No, but they gonna clown me because I'm not doing well in that avenue. That's like making fun of me and saying I ain't got no rebounds. Like I'm not even playing basketball, but whatever you want to clown, I'm not going down that avenue, bro. You feel me? Whatever. Fools be tripping. So yeah, man. So that I stood on the Eiffel Tower, man, with Rick Howard and these dudes. I fucking, got to skate with my favorite skateboarders, being in a fucking skate video with my favorite skateboarders. Like, fuck, man. Those dudes bring out the good. When you around like superstar dudes like that, they bring it out of you, bro. Like, cause they do it so easy. Like, I would watch these guys skate and they shit that like I would see people hesitating to do. They was doing switch, no problem, warming up. I'm like, holy fuck. After a while, that rubs off on you. You feel me?
Well, you got to think about back in that day. You guys were like the NBA All-Star, dude.
I mean, people liked our steves. People liked everything about us. Like there was all, you know what I mean? It was crazy, and it's funny because all we doing is liking the other steves. We liking this or that. I remember Mouse Video Days was watching probably like Eastern Exposure, Fred Gall parts and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like watching that and being like,
oh, Fred Gall's part in Eastern Exposure was insane, dude.
Yeah. You feel me? Like I was all into that. I was like, I loved Ricky Iola and all that shit. Even though I skated completely different, like, our styles of skating was different. Like it was still like that was what I would be watching, all those things like Surge and all them dudes, Matt Reason. Fuck.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, the East Coast, with the East Coast, to me, it felt like the East Coast, you had like the West Coast style and the East Coast style of skating. So you had like, all right, so they just dropped a sick ass East Coast video. We got to drop a sick ass West Coast video. It was like not like battle, but it was like battling. Battle,
but it was, what was cool about seeing videos is like you would watch that shit to see they didn't do. You know what I mean? I'd be like, oh fuck, the new Planet Earth video out. That motherfucker is gonna be they're good. Let's see what they, you know what I mean? We were watching that shit like, oh shit, he did that shit. Damn, he did, you know what I mean? He did that there. Oh fuck, dude. No, like, that's people would be on that shit like back then. Cause it wasn't Instagram or nothing. You could sit like I remember sitting on bangers for a year, not saying nothing, just knowing that shit's in a vault somewhere, like, oh yeah. Yeah,
and you watch these videos and you got the notepad and you're like, damn it, he did my trick on this spot. Fuck, I got to do a different trick,
Notepad for sure. I remember writing down my shit I wanted to do, like writing notes and writing down addresses and shit. And like, just because like for me, making a skate video back then is like, it was like, you had to make it aesthetically pleasing to the spot you were skating. See, now it's the opposite. Now you skate the perfect spot that looks like a fucking stupid skate park. But back then, you would skate the worst ledge that looked so dope on film. And get your clip there. And then people are like, where's that? And you're like, it's the worst fucking place ever. Well, that line looks so dope. It's like, that was what I was getting at. You know what I'm saying?
And the road sucks.
The fucking ground is shit. The fucking cracks in front of the ledge, the shit don't grind, the shit's everything getting kicked out. You're fucking mad. The little easy line. That's why, like, dude, I would be filming all in SF, and people are like, "Damn, where's that?" And I take them, and they'd be like, "This, no one will get clips there because the spot fucking sucked." You know what I mean? And they're like, "Damn, York," and then I'm like, "Why do you think I'm so sweaty?" Look how like I had to just meditate and not get frustrated that I couldn't do 2 easy tricks at a fucking skate park, no problem. But here, that shit was hard. And then you got to make it presentable enough to the skate world. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, that wasn't good enough. Got to go back. I could do it better. I'd be on my shit. Like, I never tried to be the best trick guy, but I just tried to be the best, like, land it good guy. Like, you know what I mean? For myself. Other people would be like, nah, fuck that. I'm going to fucking alley higher than everyone at this session. No offense, people. And that's a good motivational drive. Like, I'm not mad at that. Like, you know what I mean? Some people go to the contest like, you're my friend, but when it's my run, I'm not fucking with none of you guys. I'm fucking going to win. You know what I mean? And then other people are like, hey, whatever. So,
hey, one last question before you head on. So what's new with Roller Whore? What's going on for 2021 for Roller Whore?
All right. Well, right now I'm waiting on a fun little like mini boards coming out, like a little fucking Lego board. It's gonna be dope. I'm waiting on a couple graphics to come in so I can get that going. I got some new grip tape. I got a lot of little products coming out, and just been you know, there's some homies in France that want it, so we're getting that going right now, and getting it finally overseas, which is cool.
Oh,
You know,
congratulations, dude.
I've been, you know, I took advantage of the COVID thing, like, you know, I was able to have a, you know, I'm working with Prime, those guys down there at Prime. So they got their own wood and everything. I already had heat transfers, so I was able to, you know, make it work. And there was a time where the big brands couldn't get boards, and I had boards, so a lot of accounts was messing with me and opened them up and actually sold the boards. And you know, it's it's starting to blossom. You know what I mean? And
Good.
it's a one man show, and I'm having fun doing it. I'm in no rush. At the same time, you know, I'm doing a. There's a lot more moves now to be made. Like the time's right. You know, I
Good.
wanted to establish my brand and have it have roots and have it be really something instead of a flash in the pan, because everyone knows how to get the flash in the pan. So if you get your roots and then you go and try to make those moves, they're going to be a lot more effective. They're going to make more sense. You know what I mean? Like there's been people that have wanted to do business with me that straight up told me, talk to me in 2 years. And that was 3 years ago. You feel me? Stuff
Hmm.
like that. Like they want to see where your brand's at. They want to see what you're doing, you know? So I'm stoked that I was able to maintain it through everything and keep it going. And it's like all it needs is more eyes on it, you know? And
Yeah.
I like the organic, natural way that people are getting hip to it. You feel
Good.
me? And everyone that's rocking it. You know, I see a lot of homies at the beach are rocking it. My man Davies, you know, got boards. My man Ed, he's supporting and stuff, and those guys rip. You know what I mean? And so that's tight.
And you got me out here repping it too, man, because I do
Hey,
love your boards, man. Like I do love them, and you know, and I definitely only boards I ride right now, you know, is roller horse because I believe behind your brand and what you're doing
and
and
they're good boards, and I skate and I love skateboarding, and I fuck with all skateboarders, you know, everybody. So it's like, you know, I'm not coming in here with the gimmick. I'm not coming in here with some old just trying to be cool or stay relevant or something. I want, like I said, like if I'm able to give back with inspiration off of me skateboarding, then I want to give back also with products and be a part of skateboarding forever. Like, you know what I mean? Be one of those brands people can depend on and say, well, I can get that board. They don't got one. I'm gonna get a roller horror board. That's how, you know, it's a true skateboard, you know, brand come from the heart, like for skaters. Like my, you know, the steez is what it is, and it's just, you know, the fun
gotcha.
movement.
No, I definitely like them. I mean, the one I'm riding is the I think it's the 8.75 one with the
Is it the square shape or round shape?
square shape.
Yeah, that one's dope. That's the
Yeah,
curb. That's the curb killer. That board,
yeah, the
yeah.
Curve Killer. Yeah, I love that one, man. That
I
one's
fucked
dope as fuck, dude.
that board goes, man. Anytime I got the curb killer, people rock it. And you can get my stuff at rollerhorror.com. I do all the shipping. So if you want to, you know, people, you know, ask me to sign the boards and all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean?
Sick.
I just shipped grip tape to a dude in Dublin. That was rad.
What?
Yeah, yeah. That was rad. That was, so I'm starting to get my international shit going, like, too. So it's cool that they're interested.
Good, good. Well, you're definitely doing a good job, man. Like your social media, like I hate saying this, but your social media is doing an amazing thing on it. But it definitely is. I mean, it's you're out there skating and just
Yeah,
killing it and having a
my
fun
roller
little
horror. Yeah, the roller horror one, like all those followers, that's all legit. Like they've all hit me up, and I follow almost everyone back. You know what I mean? Like if I'm not like trying to be like, oh, I need all these, you know, 10 million followers. Da, da, da. It's like that shit is organic, and it's like not even 7,000. I think it's like six something, and
Yeah.
it's so rad that that many people are interested, and I get maybe, you know, probably 90% of all my work through that through my Instagram. People contacting me, people wanting to know what's up, shops, whatever. That's my favorite. My favorite is if I see a shop, like my thing, and then I tap in with the shop. Hey, what's up? And I introduce myself, and then we start talking, and then we get some boards going over there. And that to me is so rad, because it's like, that's what I'm talking about. Spread the infection, of the fun movement. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like a zombie movie. Like one dude gets it too. Now you got a whole group of fucking zombies. You feel me? So that's what I want, man. It just wants someone that, a brand that takes skating serious, but don't need to win the contest. You don't need a protein shake. You don't need, you know what I'm saying? It's just about having fun and ripping, but you still don't want to bust your ass. You're going to take it serious, but it's just mellower serious, fun movement, doesn't mean P-Rod ain't having fun, nollie flip crook in a hubba. It just means fun movement. You don't got to nollie flip crook in a hubba. You know what I mean?
You can just cruise down the street and just do little ollies here and there, and just have fun,
Have fun, do what you can land. And then push that, like I can do switch cricket grind. So I pushed it to pop over. You know what I mean? It's a feasible, small, realistic goal. Got it. You know what I'm saying? Right now, the no nollie 180 switch crooked grind is fucking the hardest move in the world. Like where you just turn onto it, you just turn 180 real quick and just slap the crook. Holy God. Like the nollie tail,
Yeah.
Go to crooks. Fuck, man. I can do them every now and then, but it's so hard, dude.
That is a hard trick.
I want to unlock it so I can go fast and play with it and shit. Like, I'd love to do nollie 180, switch crooks, and then frontside half cab pop over the other side. Like that would be fucking fire. I want to do that hella bad, but I go too slow for the nollie 180 switch crook because I don't got it. Like, you got to bone out and know what I'm doing. I've eaten shit. I'm just completely fell on my fucking face.
Oh fuck! Well, Dave, I want to see that trick too, man. I can't wait to see that on flip.
Hey, I'm just as anxious as you, man. I'm ready. I want in. Yeah. That's all I keep saying when I'm like, I want in, dude. I want in that crook so I could because I did a nollie tail slide to switch crooks one. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like nollie tail, switch crook, hop over, but never just right into it. So.
Yeah, definitely. Well, York, thank you so much for coming on, doing a part 2 on the podcast. And and one thing I want to say, and this is what I really mean, is like for me being Jewish, you inspired me as being a Jewish skater because you became who you are, and that pushed me to be who I am. And I want to say thank you, dude.
Hey, I appreciate you. Hell yeah, that's right. And you know what? It was like one more thing. Like I didn't know any Jewish skaters, and people was like, clowning Jewish people and all this. And I'm like, maybe that was like where I got it from, where I always wanted to just kind of be different and poke out a little bit. So, and I'm not super religious or nothing, but that's just my background. You know what I'm saying? And I'm super proud of it, and it's like, fuck it.
And I'm not religious either. But I mean, it's the same thing, that's my background, and seeing that I didn't know that many other Jewish pro skaters and stuff out there, but knowing that you came along and I knew you were a Jewish skater, it inspired me more to be more who I am,
Hell yeah, that's what's up. And that's all you can do is just be yourself. Because when you try to do anything else, it's cool to be influenced by your folks and all that. But at the end of the day, if you're not happy with yourself, you can't be like fronting and bullshitting, you know what I mean? And it's like the best is just to be honest with yourself, and then you're good, you're good money. So hey man, I appreciate you. Thanks for letting me babble and rap out with you, and then we'll talk later off camera, off air. We'll talk off air, backstage. We'll talk backstage.
Yeah,
there it is. All right.
Well, York, thank you so much for coming on, and and I wish you the best of luck in everything you're doing because you're definitely killing it, and you're inspiring so many skaters out there for what you're doing. And hey, I'm ready to come back and come over and have some York food, man.
Oh yeah. That's backstage. Watch.
Hell yeah, Holly. Well, thank you so much, man. Enjoy your day, brother.
Hey, you too. Take care. Thank you.
All right, man. Thanks.
Okay, later.